We've all heard it before. Football fell off. Football's not the same. And then they use some random shit going on in the football world today to back up that point or something. Recently, Vinny has laid claim to the Ballon d'Or with a few strong performances in the later rounds of the Champions League as he led Madrid to the UCL title. And even though the Euros and Copa America will probably be the final decider, right now he's the favorite. A lot of people are violently opposed to this for some reason, but many people just seem to feel that Vinny's Ballon d'Or season was weak compared to the usual standard for Ballon d'Or winners. Oh, look at the crazy numbers Ballon d'Or winners used to have. Oh, this is such a crazy fall off. Oh, look at the poor, devastating state of the game. Oh, everything sucks and we're all gonna die. The only problem here is all of these comparisons are just Messi and Ronaldo. Over and over, it's just Messi and Ronaldo compared to this year's Ballon d'Or favorites as if they were anywhere near normal at all. It's always crazy to me when people do this as if those two were just the representation of the average footballer in their time. They're literally the two most unreal motherfuckers to ever step on a pitch. No, it's not a surprise that Vinicius fucking Jr can't match their numbers. Are we being serious? Don't get me wrong. There's definitely other players in that generation that would sleepwalk their way to a Ballon d'Or this season. Prime Suarez, prime Lewandowski, shit, prime Neymar, of course. But that generation of football is called the golden era for a reason. None of it was normal at all. Everybody was wilding out. Football isn't awful and in the gutter. It literally just returned to the regularly scheduled programming. Before Messi and Ronaldo colonized the sport, look at some of the Ballon d'Or winners. You got people calling Vinny the worst Ballon d'Or winner ever because his numbers are quote-unquote mid, as if these wouldn't be great numbers before Messi and Ronaldo came to town. Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or in 2001 without even winning a major trophy and without even scoring 20 league goals as a striker. Owen did lead Liverpool to numerous various trophies from the FA Cup to the UEFA Super Cup and a couple other ones, but Liverpool didn't even play in the Champions League knockouts. Forget about making a run. Imagine the outrage if that happened today. Oh, football fell off. The world is ending. No. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't seem to grasp the fact that football didn't start with Messi and Ronaldo. Their Ballon d'Or numbers were not normal, and too many people have let it skew their perception of what an elite season is. It's also important to remember that numbers are not everything. Bellingham played in somewhat of an attacking midfielder role this season, and yes, he lingered around the box more often than midfielders normally would, but that doesn't make his scoring numbers any less insane for his position. He also contributes in a bunch of other ways for Madrid besides scoring numbers while also putting those numbers up. Anytime before Ronaldo and Messi, this would be looked at as an all-time great campaign by a 20-year-old midfielder. If it was 2003 and you gave Vinny's exact season this year to some random guy named Italian Pavliano, and this guy played for Juventus and he won the Ballon d'Or, everybody would be riding his dick nowadays. Oh, football fell off. We don't have players like Italian Pavliano anymore. 5 goal contributions in the last 3 rounds of the Champions League. Only 1 loss in the league all season. An undefeated UCL season where he had 10 goal contributions in 10 games. Wow. Oh my God, what a legend. Football fell off. But nope. Since he's doing it today, it's the end of the world and he's so undeserving. Was that shade at Pavel Nedved? Maybe a little bit. That's why I picked Juventus in 2003. That was Henri's Ballon d'Or, you little shit. My point still stands, though. Imagine if you took George Weah's 1995 Ballon d'Or and tried to make a case for him today. He won no major trophies, only has 7 league goals in 34 games for PSG as a striker, and when he moved to Milan in the second half of the calendar year, his numbers barely got any better. Didn't do anything for a country, didn't even make the UCL final, and his only remote claim to the award was being the UCL top scorer with an oh-so-earth-shaking 8 goals. Mbappe isn't even being taken seriously as a Ballon d'Or candidate this year with PSG, and along with his UCL leading 8 goals, he won a domestic treble and had 43 goals and 10 assists. This is absolutely not to say that he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that winning a Ballon d'Or without absolutely mind-blowing numbers isn't a new thing. The way people talk, you'd think Ballon d'Or candidates nowadays are ass when the seasons from players who are barely in the race this season dwarf those of some of the winners from the pre-Messi and Ronaldo era. We just gotta stop looking at things through the Messi and Ronaldo lens and stop thinking that stats are the only context that matters too, even though Vinnie Jr.'s stats this season are literally usually Ballon d'Or level numbers. Since 1995 and before Ronaldo won his first Ballon d'Or, there was 8 times that a forward won the Ballon d'Or. Of those 8 forwards, only one of them had more UCL goal contributions than Vinny in their Ballon d'Or year. Out of the 13 total winners from that era, the only one to win the Champions League was Kaká in 2007. Forget about also scoring in both the semifinals and the final. You could easily make the case that context matters a lot here, of course. Some of those winners like Nedved, 98 Zidane, and Shevchenko were Serie A winners, and Italy was an actual straight-up battlefield back then. But pretending that Vinny's season was smelly next to theirs is outrageous. He won the league while putting up 20 goal contributions from the wing in just 26 games, and won the Champions League with 10 goal contributions in 10 games. An absolutely putrid performance for Brazil in the Copa America is the only thing that could possibly sour this season. And even then, it doesn't erase everything he accomplished. If I did have to criticize anything about the modern Ballon d'Or, I would say that it's become slightly too team-centric and way too narrative-driven. This might be unpopular, but I'm not a fan of how much influence trophies has on the award. It's an individual award, and yes, trophies are a great plus, but I think the center of the conversation should be individual performance, and recently, it started to feel like every time we talk about Ballon d'Or winners, the first thing brought up is trophies before individual performance, and it should be the other way around in my opinion. That's just me though. I think in order of importance, it should be overall individual performance, and then performances in big games, and then trophies won that you played a major role in. Look at Messi last year. I'd say that was a deserved Ballon d'Or. Yes, the World Cup was the main reason he won, but his individual performances in the World Cup, the fact that he was the best player throughout the tournament and then ended up winning it, was why he got the Ballon d'Or. Individual performance this year will go to Harry Kane if we're being real, but he doesn't have any of the other two following things. Vinny has a great overall individual performance throughout the season while also having the best consistent big game performances. UCL final goal, brace against Bayern, a hat-trick against Barca, a goal and 2 assists against Girona in February, a goal and assist against Barca in April. Obviously has the trophies as well. I'm not really sure why he wouldn't deserve it. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm sure there's varying opinions on who the Ballon d'Or should go to this year. In my opinion, the 8 most serious candidates are Vinnie Jr., Rodri, Kane, Bellingham, Foden, Mbappe, Wirtz, and Martinez. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all next time.